What's up everybody? Adam Richmond, athletic trainer and owner of Precision Performance Therapy, back here again with Jared Perrette, and this time we're going to go over the rear foot elevated quad stretch. So I'm going to have Jared set up with his right foot on the bench in half kneeling, so right foot on bench, knee on pad. So from this half kneeling with the right foot elevated, we're going to get a pretty intense stretch on the front of the right quadricep. To make that stretch a little bit more intense and to make sure that we're not compensating through the lumbar spine and some other areas, I'm going to have him first set up with a nice long inhale and an exhale, just like we do with everything else, to bring that rib cage down, find some abs. And he's going to extend his arms out and actually push through this stick to help contract the abs. So by pushing through the stick, you'll get some reflexive abs that'll turn on and help you bring that rib cage down a little bit further and flatten out that lumbar spine so that we're not overly extending through the lumbar spine. The next thing I'm going to have him do is actually drive his knee into the RX pad. By driving into the RX pad, he should start to feel some hamstrings and glutes on that right leg kick on a little bit harder, and will actually intensify the stretch a little bit in the front. Again, actively contracting the posterior side of the hip will reciprocally inhibit the anterior side. So right now he should be in a pretty intense stretch, should be feeling all through the front of his thigh. And to, again, take it one step further, if it's appropriate for him, I would have him actively try to pull his heel towards his butt and contract his hamstring. That can be pretty intense, and sometimes you can actually get some cramping whenever you try to execute this exercise. Try to breathe through it, and sometimes that will lessen or just regress, and you don't need to necessarily do the hamstring contraction until you're ready for that step. So to go over that real quickly again, 1, find abs, bring rib cage down, get a neutral spine. Step 2, drive the knee into the RX pad. Step 3, try to actively contract the heel or the hamstring, bringing the heel towards the butt. I typically recommend trying to contract the hamstring for about 5 seconds and then relaxing for 10 seconds and then contracting for 5 seconds again throughout the 2-minute stretch. So I try to hold this position for about 2 minutes, sometimes longer depending on the situation.